Welcome to my first yoga video. Since we are in quarantine, I'm going to do a yoga video here. So since we could not meet in the studio, we can meet on the mat, in your home, outside, whatever works for you. I'm going to play some vinyl since love vinyl, and my favorite is Jack Johnson. He always helps me keep calm and relaxed. So we'll get started with that here. Drop the needle on the record and join me on your mat. So I wanted to say that some of the things we'll practice today may or may not be in your practice every day, and that's okay. Just do what you can do, and just know that your space is your space and your body is your body, so don't feel like you have to do everything I do the way I do it. So I'll give you modifications and verbiage along the way to help you get into that space. Today we're going to work on some heart openers, some digestive twists, and some balancing. If you have blocks and straps, grab them. You're always welcome to use those at any time. Many times you don't have those if you're not a regular practice at home. Just take a blanket and make just like a nice little roll. And then go ahead and bring that back here. So we're going to turn and we're going to allow that blanket to drape just below the tips of the shoulder blades. Go ahead and rest the tops of the shoulders all the way down. So you want to feel like you're opening up the top of the chest and the heart. And then let the arms just drape open. See how that feels. And then extend the legs nice and long is one option, letting the feet just splay open. Another is to bring the feet to as wide as your mat, knees coming in, or soles of the feet together, and just see how that feels for your lower back. Take some deep breaths here. Maybe close the eyes if that feels okay. Just notice that stretch. So we work a lot at the computers, we're hunched over our phones, and so this really helps to open the tops of the shoulders. Let the neck be nice and soft and relax the jaw. Big breaths in. So deep breath in through the nose. Fill up the lungs, the ribs, the belly. And then let everything release all the way back down. Belly, ribs, chest. If you can't feel that sensation, you're welcome to take one hand on your heart, one on your belly, and then just deep breaths in. Inhaling, feel that sensation. Feel the breath flow through the chest, the ribs. Maybe you feel the hand rise with the belly going up towards the ceiling. And then everything falls gently back down, relaxing the shoulders. Finding that softness here. So we have the blanket here just because it's a softer opening and not everyone has blocks. But if you have your blocks, you're welcome to place those underneath your chest and your shoulders and your head. So find that sensation that feels best for opening up your heart today. And then maybe through this practice, just find that one positive thought that you can bring. I know there's a little craziness going out there. We're all feeling a little stir crazy at home, but enjoy this time and find that one positive thing that you can carry through your practice and maybe even outside of your practice. And then when you're ready, go ahead and bring the soles of the feet to the mat, roll off, and let's come on up here. Go ahead and set that blanket, bolster, blocks off to the side, and then please join me back down onto the mat, laying down onto your back. And then let's go ahead and bring the right knee into the chest. Either keep the left foot on the mat or extend it nice and long. Interlace your fingers, place them on the front of the shin, and then bring that knee in towards the chest. Bring it to the outside of the rib cage, and then pull that in. Let's work into our digestive system. If it feels okay, you can point and flex the feet, or just keep them relaxed. Try to breathe still deeply into that belly. Get that compression there. Left foot comes back to the mat. And bring that right foot down, left knee up. We're going to switch. Interlace around the front of that left shin. Pull that knee in towards the outside of the rib cage. Foot can stay on the mat or leg can be nice and long. Once again, foot can be flexed, they can be pointing, they can be relaxed. What works for you today? What feels nice? Deep breath into that lower part of the belly, below the belly button. And then bringing both knees into the chest and give yourself a little rock side to side. Maybe reaching the hands all the way up, wrapping yourself into a little ball, curling it in, even letting the head come all the way back down if that feels okay. Feel that nice big squeeze, nice deep digestive squeeze. Beautiful. Go ahead and release. Take one more breath here. Relax the shoulders. Let's go ahead and bring our knees into the chest. Go ahead and drop them all the way over towards the right. If you have that blanket and the knees don't hit the mat, you can go ahead and bring that blanket underneath the knees, letting the arms be nice and long. Even the gaze is over the left shoulder. Staying there for a moment, taking a nice breath. Deep breath in. I forgot to start my timer, so we'll have it readjusted for you. It's about an hour for the class today. And bringing the knees all the way back up and all the way over to the left. Once again, if you have that blanket, you can bring it underneath the knees, or the knees can come all the way to the floor. The left hand can rest gently there. The right arm can reach out. Either the gaze can be up towards the ceiling or over the right shoulder. Deep breaths in. Head back up towards the ceiling, all the way to the lower back, and gently finding a nice little rock side to side. And then gently either rolling off to the left or right, or hands behind the thighs and a nice little rock and roll. Sometimes that feels good. Let's go ahead and come all the way onto the hands and knees. I'm on a carpet and a thicker mat, so my knees are pretty cushioned here. You can always take a thin blanket and place it underneath your knees if you're on tile. And then go ahead and bring the knees underneath the hips. Have them about hip distance, which is about 2 fists. Spread the fingers nice and wide underneath the shoulders. Relax the shoulders away from the ear. Can you press all the fingertips into the mat, including the thumb? Trying to keep a little space underneath the palm. I always say imagine you have like a butterfly or a ladybug or something there you don't want to squish. And pull the belly button up and in so you have a nice flat tabletop. We're going to take a big breath in. The belly's going to soften as the gaze in the chest lifts up. As you exhale, we're going to round the spine, tuck the chin, and arch the back like a cat. So inhale, everything softens. Gaze lifts like a cow. Exhale, rounding like a cat. So taking some big breaths here. Feel the sensation of the breath in through the nose, down to the bottom of the belly, under, sit back, shake out the wrists. Hands back down, open up the knees as wide as the mat is one option. Toes touching, sit bones back, chest comes down, arms reach forward, forehead touches the mat. Child's pose. One option here is to keep the arms active by coming up to the fingertips. You can also relax the arms next to you. Some like to have knees and toes touching, draping all the way over, arms reaching behind you. All of them are perfect. See what feels good for your body. Taking a breath here. Deep breath in. And gently coming all the way back up. Spread those fingers wide, place those hands down, bring the knees back just a little bit. Tuck those toes under, we're gonna lift the hips up, downward dog. So lift those hips up. And then walk it out. Let one heel come to the floor and the other, this is called walking the dog. And just really allow the nice stretch to open. Beautiful. Let's rise high to the ball of both of our feet. Bend our knees. Let the sit bones come up towards the ceiling. Then start to straighten the legs. The heels may never touch the floor. That's okay. That's not the goal. The goal is to find that inverted V, the downward dog. Can you pull the shoulders away from the ears? You're spinning the inner parts of the elbows towards the front of your mat, letting the neck relax. Belly button up and in. Inhale, rise high to the ball of your feet. Bend your knees, look forward, and then walk your feet to the front of the mat. Find a forward fold. Take a moment here to release. So bend the knees, let the belly come to the thighs. Maybe grab opposite elbows. Let the traction of the head and the arms, let the spine release from the hips all the way down. Relax. Deep breath here. Maybe sway a little side to side. Release the hands to the mat. Looking down at your feet, try to find hip distance. So wiggle those feet apart a little bit. And then lift and spread the toes. You want to feel the connection of the ball of the big toe, ball of the pinky toe, middle of the heel. Those are your 3 points that are going to keep you nice and strong and sturdy, stable. Let the toes soften. Keep an arch lifted. Press into the floor. Beautiful. Inhale, wave the spine nice and long. Bring the hands to the shins. Your back is nice and flat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Reach up, look up. Hands to heart center. Taking a breath here. Feeling the heartbeat. Connecting to your breath. Relaxing the shoulders. Beautiful. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Remember, if you have your blocks, you can use them. I'm just showing you without them. Since not everybody has them, take the right foot, step the right foot back. Find your runner's lunge. This is the time where if you have your blocks, you can come up higher, finding the connection to the blocks, keeping the hands down. Try to release the shoulders. Press that heel away, keeping the right hand connected to the block or the mat. Reach the left arm up. Revolve. Maybe you turn the palm away, placing that behind you, wrapping it around and opening the shoulder, and let the neck stretch. Big breath here, keeping a nice bend in the left knee. And then reaching that left hand down. Go ahead and spin that back heel down, keeping some space between your feet. Press into your feet as you rise all the way up, reaching for your warrior one. Bend that left knee, make sure you can see the big left toe so the knee is not hiding it. Relax the shoulders, arms can be lifted or open. you knit those ribs in, connecting the outside of the pinky toe side of that right foot into the mat. Relax the shoulders. Option to either interlace your fingers behind your back or just hold on to opposite forearms. Open, keeping your chest forward, and then humble warrior, letting the knee stay bent. Left shoulder on the inside of the left knee. Relax the neck. Deep breath. Release the hands down to the mat. Spin to the ball of the back foot. Step the other foot back. Find your downward dog. Big breath. Bend the knees. Wave the spine long so you're stacking the shoulders over the wrist. Find your plank. You can have knees up if you're ready. Knees can come down. Bending the elbows into the rib cage. All the way down. Chaturanga. Extend the legs behind you, tops of the feet press into the floor. The knees lift, roll the shoulders up and back for cobra. In your first baby cobra, belly button up and in. You should be able to lift your hands. You're not pressing and hurting the back. Release the head down, the chest, tuck the toes under, press into the hands. Roll over hands and knees, lift all the way up, downward dog. Deep breaths. Rise high to the ball of your feet, bend your knees. Look forward, walk or float your feet to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Open those feet up to that hip distance there. Relax the shoulders. Let's go ahead and bend the knees. Bring the sit bones back behind you. Maybe bring the fingertips to the mat. If it feels okay, lift the arms up for chair. Arms can stay lifted. Find what works for you. All of them are perfect. Big breath. Let's bring our hands to heart center. Let's work a little bit in the core. Inhale here. Exhale, twist the left elbow towards the right. Inhale here. Exhale to the left. Inhale center. Exhale to the right. And you can stand up in between if you need to. Or stay squatting to burn those quads. And over to the left again. We have two more on each side. Right elbow. One more. Left elbow to the right. And right elbow to the left. Center. Forward fold. Walk it out here. Let the head release. Press into the feet. Rise all the way up. Reach up, look up. Hands to heart center. Feel the heartbeat. Relax the shoulders. Palms facing forward, shoulders relaxed, mountain pose. Find your connection. Beautiful. Inhale, reach the arms open overhead. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lift a nice long spine. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sit the sit bones back. Reach the arms up overhead. Chair pose. And hands to the mat. Take a big step back with the left foot this time. Runner's lunge with the right foot forward. Remember you have your blocks. Right knee stays bent. Stay in line or behind the ankle so you don't compromise that. The left hand can stay down on the mat, fingertips or a block. And open the right arm up. You can stay reaching here. Turn the palm away. Wrap it around. Relax the neck. Looking down at the mat. Both hands come down. Take that left foot, bump it up out a little bit. Spin the heel. Press into both feet. Rise all the way up for your warrior one. We've been here on the other side. Knee tracks over the ankle. Make sure you can see your big toe. Relax the shoulders. Arms can reach. Open. Whatever feels good for your body. Pinky's toe side of that left foot presses into the mat. Sit those ribs in. Again, wrapping the hands, either interlacing the fingers behind the back or grabbing opposite forearms. Relax the shoulders and gently, you can come down halfway or all the way with the right shoulder inside the right knee. Let the neck relax. The hands come down to the mat, spin to the ball of the back foot, step it on back for your downward dog. Two more breaths here.
She's the one that stumbles when she talks about the 7 foreign films that she's checked out. Such a fortune.
Rise high to the ball of your feet. Bend your knees. Wave the spine nice and long, stacking. Relax the shoulders. You can stay knees down or up, and bending the elbows, coming all the way down, untucking the toes, tops of the feet. Roll the shoulders up and back. This time, if it feels okay with the back, as long as you're pressing with the tops of the feet, you can extend the arms a little bit, hug those elbows in for a high cobra. If you're ready even more, you can press in, lift the thighs up for upward dog. Lower all the way down, tuck the toes under, lift the hips up, downward dog. Rise high to the ball of your feet, bend your knees. Walk or float the feet to the front of the mat, forward fold. And press into the feet, rise all the way up. Hands to heart center. Feel the heartbeat again. Palms down to the side. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Now this time, take a big step back with your right foot. Line up your heel. So heel to heel, heel to arch. We're coming into warrior two. So your left knee is going to bend over your left ankle. You're going to come all the way up. Your chest is going to face the long side of your mat. Your toes are going to be a little bit more forward than your heel in the back. Relax the shoulders. Reach those arms out. So probably going to eagle. Gazes over the left fingertips. Left knee bends. Can you imagine the heels are trying to squeeze or slide together on the mat to engage the thighs? Right palm comes down to the thigh. Left turns and all the way back, revolve. Can you keep the left knee bent? Big breath here. And then gently reaching those arms out. Bring the left hand down to the top of the shin. Start to straighten that leg. Reach that left arm all the way up. Straighten that left leg without locking out the knee. Take a breath here. Beautiful. Relax the shoulders. And then bend the left knee. Place the forearm on top of that knee. Open up that knee. And then spin the palm. Reach the arm up and over your ear. So you're stretching. Pressing into that right foot. Keep breathing here. One more big breath. And hands come down to the mat. Turn your heel up in the back. Step it back. Down dog. You can stay there. You can take a vinyasa, which is lowering down while I flip the vinyl here. You can lower down through your push-up, coming into your upward dog or cobra, and then meeting in downward dog. Beautiful. My mat is sliding on the rug, so I apologize. All right, we're in downward dog. Beautiful. Rise high to the ball of your feet, bend your knees, look forward, and walk or float your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, bend the knees, set the sit bones back. Rise up for your chair pose. Belly button up and in, tailbone softens down. Big breath here. Take your hands into a fist. Inhale. Exhale as you pull the rib cage. Pull them in. Inhale, bend. Exhale, pull. Inhale, bend. Exhale, pull it in. So fist to fire. Coming into our chair to extend all the way up. And if you feel a little more active, you can create little hops. Not a have to. Just gives you a little bit more cardio. I don't want to go too much. Then I can talk. One more. And forward fold. Lengthen the spine. Fold. And then take a big step with the left foot. Line up our heel to heel. Heel to arch. Press into the feet. Rise all the way up. Spin our chest to the long side of the mat. Bend the right knee. Make sure I can see my toe. Reach those arms nice and long. Gazes over the right fingertips. Can you feel the outside of the back foot there? Deep breaths. Left hand down, right hand reaches up and back. Very well. And then right hand comes down to the top of the shin or block. Left arm reaches up, straighten that right knee without locking it up. Spin open for triangle. And open up that knee by bending, forearm down. Spin the palm, reach up and over the ear for side angle. Maybe the gaze is at the floor. Forward or up. Beautiful. Press into the outer side of that left foot, reach and stretch. And hands come down. Step it back. Downward dog. Wave it forward, finding your plank. Lowering down to your chaturanga of choice. Upward dog or cobra of choice. Downward dog. Knees down. Your favorite child's pose. Connecting to your breath. Feel the heart rate. Relax the shoulders. Gently coming all the way up here. Relax. So as we sit here, you have options. We're going to tuck our toes under. We're going to stretch the arches of our feet. Okay, so when you're here, this may be enough. Your toes, I always say, may feel like they want to pop off your feet. So this may be enough. Maybe you sit back a little bit. You can always grab a blanket if this is too much and place it on top of the calf. So that way when you sit back, you don't have to come back as far. Or you can come all the way back. From here, relax the shoulders. Deep breaths. Let's reach our arms out in front of us. Relax the shoulders. Spread those fingers wide. Turn our palms, fingers down. Let's take our right hand across the left and then stretch the left arm across here. And arms back, other side. Release. Move that blanket. Untap the toes. Tap up those feet. Beautiful. Alright, go ahead and tuck the toes under with the hips. Find find that shoulder dog. So when you walk farther back, it's harder to get the heels down. That's okay. Walk a little bit closer and just see how that feels. So release. Find that nice shoulder release, the neck release. And walk the feet back and just notice that heels do not have to find the floor. To make it easier to come forward, you're going to rise high to the ball of your feet, bend the knees, look forward, and then hop. You can even bunny hop. All the way. Beautiful. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rises all the way up. Hands to your heart. Let's talk for a little balance here. All right. Excuse me, I have to sneeze. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Third time's a charm. Okay, so go ahead and come with your feet just about 1 fist distance apart. Relax the shoulders. We're going to come into a tree pose. Lift and spread those toes. So feel the connection of the ball of the big toe, ball of the pinky toe, middle of the heel. Shift your weight over to the left foot, right heel comes up. Then keep that heel up, take the heel and place it against the ankle, so spinning that knee open. So that can stay with the toes on the floor. You can bring the foot up to the calf, avoid the knee, or you can bring it up high onto the thigh, wherever you feel. Feel like you're squeezing both together. Palms can come together. Big breath. If you want to grow some branches, reach those arms up and overhead. Open up the arms, spread those fingertips. Relax the shoulders. Maybe give yourself a little smile. Let's gather some energy. So we want to take some of this energy and we want to reach and grab it. Let's bring it up. Circle those arms, opening up those shoulders while we're still trying to make a nice foundation in our balance with our ball of our big toe, ball of the pinky toe, in the middle of the heel without gripping into those toes. One more. Free all of that energy, let it go. And release the foot, relax the shoulders, shake it out. Find your mountain pose again. Relax the shoulders. Shift your weight to your right foot, lift the left heel. Open the knee, toes can stay on the floor, heel against the ankle. Can come up between the ankle and the knee on the calf, or you can press the foot into the thigh, squeezing those two together. Try to keep both ball of big toe, pinky toe, middle of the heel all connected, palms at heart. It's a little harder balancing on carpeting. Big breath. Maybe reaching those arms up and overhead again. Relax the shoulders. So last time we came down and forward, this time we're going to bring the energy down. We're going to take some of this good energy, bring it back down for all of us. Bring this happiness, some positivity. Bring the tree, bring the life that the trees bring to us. Bring the nice oxygen. One more. Reach and stretch. Connecting all 3 points. Relax the legs, shake out. Go ahead and turn towards the front of the mat. Relax the shoulders. Big breath. Shift your weight to your left foot. Your right knee comes up. Go ahead and bring that in towards your chest. So if this is too much, you can always stay down. Find that connection. Relax the shoulders. Flex that right foot if it's lifted. And then maybe keeping the left hand on the left shin. Maybe reaching that right arm behind you. Maybe reaching the left arm in front. For an extra challenge, the gaze can go over the right shoulder. Big breath. All the way back up. Reach. One more little challenge. Bring yourself forward. Extend the leg back behind you for warrior 3. Toe extends down just like we did in sunbird. Hands to the mat. Relax the foot. Wiggle it out. Press into the feet, rise all the way up. Hands to your heart. Shift your weight to your right foot, lift the left heel. That foot can come up, you can interlace on the front of the shin, kind of like we did earlier in our poses on the mat. Beautiful. So if you feel balanced here, the right hand can stay connected, the left hand can reach behind you. Maybe the left arm reaches back, right arm forward. Maybe the gaze is over the left shoulder. Hands come all the way back up. Release the leg. And shake it out. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Opposite elbows once again. Relax the spine. Bend the knees, let the belly come to the thighs. Straighten the legs as it feels nice to release and stretch. Hands to the mat. Go ahead and step one foot back and the other. Find your downward dog one more time. Wave it forward. Find your plank. Last vinyasa. Elbows in. Coming down through your push-up. Chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra. Downward dog to your child's pose. Finding a little connection there. Relax the shoulders. Relax the whole body. Sometimes I come up and in and out of things, but I'm just used to not taking the class while I'm teaching, so I apologize. One big breath. And gently go all the way up, sit off to the side, extend the legs out. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and extend your legs out in front of you. If you have your strap, you're welcome to grab that. You can even grab a towel or a blanket. You can move this flesh away from the sit bones. You can pause at any point if you need to grab anything. Grab a drink. Flex the toes. Feel those sit bones rooted. Relax the shoulders. Crowning the head is reaching up towards the ceiling. Belly button up and in. Everything's soft. Inhale. Exhale, hinging from the hip creases. Bringing the hands down to where they feel comfortable or holding onto that strap. And then find a little softness here in the spine. And then maybe if it feels okay, rounding down. If you find the forehead cannot meet your knees, which is common, just let it hang here if it feels okay with the neck. If you need to connect to something, you can always grab your blanket and then just let your forehead connect down. Deep breath here. And gently wave all the way up. Relax the shoulders. Let's go ahead and come all the way down without doing a little core first. Would not be good, so let's do just a little core as we come down. Lift the chest. Sit bones are rooted, finding our boat pose. Beautiful. All right, so from here, we're gonna feel the chest lifting. Maybe the right leg floats up. We can hold behind our hamstring here. Maybe the other. Feel everything lifted. Maybe the hands release. No hands. maybe the legs extend, come back to where you feel comfortable, and you can hold it here for a few breaths. You can even lean back if you need some more challenge. Deep breaths. Release. Gently coming all the way down to your back. Make sure you have your blanket nearby. Beautiful. And then let's go ahead and take this blanket and I think I messed it up when I did a roll, sorry. I'm gonna fold it up again, kind of like earlier, but just in more of like a tri-fold. I'm gonna be placing it underneath my sacrum. So we're gonna do a few bridge poses and then place that there. So feet are gonna be hip distance, so right under your sit bones. Palms are gonna be on the floor. Pressing the feet in, lift the hips up, relax the shoulders. Big breath. Keep the gaze up towards the ceiling. Try not to look at any of the video. You don't want to twist your spine or your neck. And gently lowering down one vertebrae at a time. Relax here for a moment. And then pressing into the feet, lifting the hips all the way up. And releasing all the way down. And then have that blanket handy, or a block, if that's maybe something you have. Press into your feet, lift the hips, bring that blanket or block underneath the sacrum, let the sacrum release down, relax. So you can start with the feet wide as the mat, knees in. Or if you'd like, you can bring the shins parallel to the ceiling. You can extend the legs up towards the ceiling. The soles of the feet will press up towards the ceiling. Relax the shoulders. So allowing the blood flow to come back down to the heart. Allowing everything that we do on a daily basis being up, let gravity take the reverse effect and let everything flow down. The lymph nodes are really good for that. If I have a hard time sleeping at night, sometimes I do this because it allows everything to soften. If I get restless legs, relax. Maybe one hand on your heart, one on your belly, or just the arms open. Just releasing everything.
Everyone knows what went down because the news was spread all over town. And fact is only what you believe. And fact and fiction work as a team. It's almost always what you believe. The context when context is never the same, and it's all relative.
Or the blanket there, you can just do this with your lower back completely flat onto the mat. If you want some support, you can even bring your legs over to a wall and just let your legs rest against the wall, legs up the wall.
Suggestions on where to place faith.
Take 5 more breaths here.
But I read somewhere that you've got to beware. You can't believe anything you read. But the good book is good and that's well understood. So don't even question if you know what I mean. But it's all relative. Even if you don't understand.
And then starting to bend the knees, bringing the feet back down to the mat. Let's bring the feet as wide as the mat, knees in. The soles of the feet. Press into the feet, lift up, remove the block or blanket off to the side. Roll the spine gently all the way down, hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself yourself a little rock side to side.
And then your fingers in me. They say that I said not to believe.
And then keeping the knees nice and tight into the chest.
But there you go.
Big breath here.
Your fingers in me. And you say that I said
And then gently roll on up. We're going to come towards our final Shavasana. Another thing that feels nice to open up the shoulders if you are doing this not so late in the day is to find that blanket rolled up, and you can let the lower back release and let the head soften on, letting the shoulders drape off to the side. That feels sometimes really nice for the back. Another option is, if you've had enough of that, is to put this underneath the knees. Let the knees drape over. Let the lower back come down. And let the feet relax. And let the shoulders completely soften down. This can be a nice resting pose. If there's something else you like, if you want to go back to your legs up the wall, if you want to go back to anything, child's pose, anything that felt like this could be your resting pose, take it. Just start to settle in. Finding your softness with the breath. And this is my Jeff Johnson Brush Fire Fairy Tales vinyl. It's one of my favorites for yoga. Thank you, Jeff Johnson. And as you're starting to soften and release into this, I'm going to just guide you through your breath to help you soften and sink. And maybe read a little poem just to kind of help calm the mind a little bit. Sometimes our mind wanders. Take a big inhale. Exhale, sigh it out the mouth. Inhale through the belly. Exhale, sigh. And just let everything go. What is working for you today to help release any little last bit of tension in the body? Release any stress that you're finding. Coming back to just a little stillness, a softness. Where do you need to be just to let everything go one more time? Deepen the breath. Soften the face. And just let everything go one more time. This little poem is called One. One tree can give life to a forest. One smile can start a friendship. One hand can uplift a soul. One idea can shape the future. One candle can wipe out darkness. One laugh can conquer gloom. One ray of hope can lift your spirits. One touch can show you care. One life can make a difference. Be that one today. And just follow your breath. Follow the breath in and out one more time. And start to awaken the body. Maybe fingers and toes start to move. Your wrists and your ankles. Maybe the arms stretch nice overhead as the toes extend out in front of you. And making sure that if there's a prop underneath, that you have that out of the way, bringing the knees into the chest, rocking side to side, and finding any little twists. Maybe the neck going side to side feels good. Maybe grabbing behind the calves and the shins to reach and roll up and down the spine feels good. What feels good for you? And once you're ready, go ahead and join me up on the mat in a comfortable, easy seat. Just letting the legs be crossed or the legs be extended, wherever that is. And then either one hand to your heart and one to your belly, giving yourself this extra love here. Feeling that you've opened up your heart to give love, to accept love. Maybe you've worked out some of the kinks in your digestive system, and hopefully you've created some balance in your body, mind, and your soul. And you can either stay with your hands connected there, or hands to heart center, pressing the thumbs into the sternum, letting the chin lower down, and just allowing yourself this peace that you've created to carry you through the rest of the day. And I truly thank you for joining me. This is my first yoga video, so thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for watching the whole video if you did. And my heart goes to yours. The light in me honors you. Namaste. Bye. I'll see you soon.